Nailed it. On this episode of the Warrior Woodchops, we're going to talk about nail gun and nail gun safety. The guest on today's episode is Mrs. Lang, or Miss Lang.
Miss Lang.
Miss Lang, apologize.
It's okay.
It's kind of perfect that the posting of this video is going to come out right about Veterans Day because she is a United States Marine. Would you want?
Thank you.
I appreciate the service for that one. So we were kind of joking about the archery target in the back. I mean, you're a trained marksman or were?
I am better than a marksman. Don't insult me.
Oh.
I am an expert shooter in the United States Marine Corps. Every time I rifle qualified, I shot expert.
Well, how many times you fired one of these?
You know what? Never.
Really?
I guarantee I could hit the target if this were an M16A2 service rifle.
That's what we like about having the guests on our episodes, because these students that are watching these and the YouTube viewers, they've never touched with these.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But our students, they're the first time users too. So you guys, you're not the only people out there that haven't used these before. So let's get into the types of nail guns.
I've thrown hand grenades, but I've never used a nail gun.
So what in your rifle training, what's the couple of safety rules that you have to follow? Just real basic ones.
The muzzle has to be pointed downrange at all times.
And we ask the students to do the same thing. Unload the firearm. Can it fire a bullet if it's unloaded?
If a round is still in the chamber.
Okay. Well, with an air-powered pneumatic nailer, if the air is not hooked up, there's no chance, because actually it all leaks out. So if you're not using the gun, make sure it's unhooked. But we need to actually attach this. So to do that, we'll do this with me here. Put your hands like you're riding a bicycle. So put it like you're holding on handlebars. So whatever, right or left hand, doesn't matter, whichever you're comfortable with. Now this hand will grasp the hose with your 3 fingers.
Okay.
That way your thumb and your index finger can pull down the coupler. This has a little leak in its older coupler. So you pull the coupler back, squeeze them together, and you release. Now you notice I released the 2 fingers first, because if it's not attached, see how the hose pops off?
Okay.
I've had students get hit because they just flat out let go of the handle. You want to give it a try?
Sure.
And you notice the muzzle or the tip is pointed downward by doing it that way. Just grab it like you're riding a bike and just bring your hands together. There you go.
Look at that.
And we got an air leak in our, it's not like our hose. So the key is less air is the better, which you did. See how there's very little air there?
Yep.
Okay. If a student gets a lot of this, they're going crooked, or a lot of times they don't pull that back far enough.
Okay.
So those are the 2 reasons you're going to have a problem. All right, let's start going over the different kinds of nailers. This is the smallest that we have.
Okay.
This one's going to work closest to a pistol.
Okay.
Most nail guns have that spring-loaded tip and the trigger to fire. This one has a safety very similar to a pistol.
Okay.
So right now, if it was hooked up to the air and I pulled the trigger, it would actually fire a nail. So you got to treat this one definitely like you would if you're handling a real pistol. With it straight down, that's
safe. Got to keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot.
I'll tell that story a little bit later. I actually shot myself in the foot on top of a wall.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like a good story.
All right, so we'll go ahead and hook this one up. This is a 23 gauge pin nailer. The nails are about the size of a stick pin.
Okay.
So this is going to be for more like trim and hobby projects. So there the safety's on, so just push that to the side. Just a good firm pressure.
Does it matter which side?
Nope, either side, one or the other. This is her first time firing a nail gun, guys. You got to push it off to the side. Yep, there you go.
Far enough?
Yep, and just push. There you go.
Wow, wait, did it come out?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, that was nothing. Easy.
We're not done yet. So if you look hard, you can actually see.
You can.
So like doing little trim on a craft project.
Okay.
Because of the safety issues with this, our advanced students are the ones that get to use this, and they have to have special permission to be able to use the pin nailer. The next one is going to be what we call the brad nailer. Why it's called Brad's and not Steve's, I don't know.
Don't know.
That's one of the dad jokes I got in class.
It's hilarious.
This one's used more in furniture building, so obviously it's the most common one we're going to use in our shop. These actually have a head on them.
Okay.
So they hold a little better. The diameter's a little larger. So it's going to hold. Now you can get these from 1/2 inch to 2 inches, just depending on what your gun will do. You'll feel this one a little more, but nothing.
Okay.
Now you notice this one has a safety tip.
Ooh, all right.
So there's no safety trigger on this.
Okay.
So push down, fire.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of a bounce.
A little bit of a bounce.
Okay.
Not much. Nothing scary about it.
But if you notice, comparing the first two, this part of the nail gun is basically a car piston.
Okay.
So it fills up the piston. So obviously, you know, the more air, the more kick you're going to have. So you can see we're growing as we go. Next one, make sure it's got some in it. All right, is a stapler. All right, grab a staple. What advantage would a staple give you over a nail?
Well, you got two prongs going in.
You got two prongs. If at all possible, use a stapler. Well, try to hide a staple though. You got a bigger hole in the top.
True.
So if I'm painting a project, that's when I go to like speaker boxes, painted projects, go with the staple.
Okay, I think I can do it.
There we go.
Got it.
And you did real good about letting go of the finger before you let go of the hose. So this one's a stapler.
Are we ready?
It'll be about the same pop as the last one.
A little more.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
All right. Now here we are with the finish nailer. Again, an angled cartridge. Cylinder's a little bit bigger. Give that one a try.
Oh, there we go.
See if you have a little bit of stability on it, it doesn't kick too bad.
Right, it's not bad.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with holding the gun with two hands.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm gonna use the two-handed method. Look at that.
So a little bit of a bounce, but yet you're able to control it.
Look at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Rightaway, why does this one come at an angle?
Well, when you're shooting straight down into a wall or a piece of furniture, that's not a problem. But if you got to get into the corner,
look at that. That's nice.
Another one that we don't have because we're not a construction class, is what's called a coil nailer.
All right.
It basically holds Rambo style nails, as I call it. It wraps up in a coil.
Ah, very cool.
When you're up on a ladder, you don't want to be getting down and up every 25 nails. The downside is they're heavier.
Right.
But for the roofing and siding contractor, they're worth it. So let's move on to the final nail gun. And these are a couple different versions of the same nail gun. This is a construction site framing gun. This is a remodeling framing gun. This is actually a newer style. I finally had to retire this one. It's got a few gasket leaks and bad trigger, but it's been a good one. Almost 20 years old.
Oh wow.
Bought it in 2001. This one, since I do more remodeling now, it's just got a smaller magazine. Otherwise, if you look, the cylinders are about the same. So let's go ahead and give this one a try.
All right.
These will be the nails that you are firing.
Okay, so we're shooting the big gun now.
The big one, yep. All right. There we go. It will have a little bit of kick, so.
So I want to use the two-handed method. Yep. Oh, look at that. That's some power there.
If you notice with the framing gun, they have a little bit of a teeth rather than looking back at the finish nailers. They've got a softer tip. Finish trim, 2x4 walls. So, what was your favorite?
Oh, the big one, for sure.
Speaking like a true Marine.
Gotta go with the power.
So, they're definitely can develop some forearm strength as the day goes along if you use these all day long. In fact, sometimes we'll have the kids sit there and hold this up. Not point at anybody. It's like, come on, tough guy. After about a minute or two.
Oh, sure.
They weigh, this one's about 5 pounds, this one's maybe 4, this one's pushing 7 pounds. So it doesn't seem like much, but it does add
Well,
up.
it is when you have to sit there and hold it and hold it and hold it.
Well, this about nails it. On this episode of the Warrior Woodshop, we've been talking about nail guns and power nail fasteners. I want to appreciate you taking your time out of your busy afternoon here to...
Thanks for inviting me. I learned something and did something I've never done before in my life.
Do you have any advice for the students or even the YouTube viewers that are out there?
Listen to your teacher. Safety first.
So, again, I appreciate your time. If you like this video on the particular tool, we have all kinds of project videos that use these on the actual project. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications. So thanks for watching. Go out and make some sawdust.